Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
A recent study published in the open access journal PLOS One suggests that dog-assisted interventions can effectively reduce stress levels in children, regardless of whether they have special needs or not. The study, conducted by Kirsten Meinz and colleagues from the University of Lincoln, UK, measured salivary cortisol levels to determine the impact of these interventions.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
A groundbreaking study on recent evolutionary changes in natural populations has been conducted by a team of international researchers. The study utilized a vast genomic dataset, one of the largest ever assembled for animals in their natural habitat, which included almost 4,000 Darwin's finches.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
A new study has provided valuable insights into the Roosmalin's dwarf porcupine, a neotropical species that has been poorly understood until now. This research, conducted after 22 years of limited knowledge, reveals important information about its distribution, evolutionary relationships, and potential risks to its conservation.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
The new analysis of frailties within the UK's food system has been led by researchers from the University of York and Anglia Ruskin University, and is published in the journal Sustainability. In the study, civil unrest is classified as over 30,000 people in the UK suffering violent injury in 1 year through events such as demonstrations and violent looting.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
A team of researchers has announced the creation of a novel composite material with the ability to alter its properties based on temperature changes, allowing it to execute specific tasks. These materials are expected to be incorporated into the next wave of self-governing robotics that can engage with the surrounding environment.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
A new form of random number generator for encryption, created at Linköping University in Sweden, has the potential to make digital information exchange safer, more cost-effective, and environmentally friendly. The researchers involved in the study believe that this innovative technology could open up possibilities for a novel form of quantum communication.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Using the Maroon X instrument on the Gemini North telescope, the team was able to identify and measure the abundance of 11 chemical elements in the atmosphere of the planet. Those include rock-forming elements whose abundances are not even known for giant planets in the solar system such as Jupiter or Saturn.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Even though our computers are now better than 15 years ago, they still malfunction between 11 and 20% of the time, a new study concludes. The researchers behind the study therefore find that there are major gains to be achieved for society by rethinking the systems and involving users more in their development.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Increasing concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere from human activity traps heat within the climate system, warming air, the land surface, the oceans, and melting polar ice. Oceans do by far the most work, absorbing more than 90% of the excess human-generated heat accumulated in the Earth's climate system, moderating atmospheric temperature rises.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Numerous fossil sites in southern Africa preserve distinctive three-toed footprints that have been named Trisauropodiscus. For many years, researchers have debated what animals might have left these tracks, as well as precisely how many different species, technically called ichnospecies, of Trisauropodiscus there are.